So guess who's not trying to diagnose fibre optic most issues?
Me, I'm going to bed.
That light friggin' was it 11:30 now? I don't know what time it is.
11:30.
Ferry's booked for us in the morning, and we've got no audio, no cameras, no parking sensors, no Bluetooth, nothing. Welcome back to our Prestos. I'm Jordan, and I've done it again. And there she is, my beautiful new L-Reg Range Rover Classic. So what we've got here is a 1990, so only 31 years old. Oh dear. Yeah, mistakes were made. Whoops. This is mistake number 5. No doubt we'll keep finding more and more things wrong with this car, as to be expected, but it's what happens when you buy a bodged Range Rover. So this is my 7th mistake. Ginger Giles is here to pick me up. So as you already know, I'm a million miles from home. We're in Chris's workshop. And yeah, I thought it'd be smart to do a few bits. Now, I know this thing had a dealer service, I think, judging on the mileage, somewhere around about 9,000 miles ago, which is the closest I've ever owned a car to having a dealer service. Supposedly the last owner serviced it when he got it, so it wasn't that long ago. But, I don't know. It's kind of stupid not to. It's such an expensive engine, it's so fussy. Might as well just do the oil filter, chuck some air filters in it. Fuel filter I'm going to wait because I need either a genuine one or a mal one. I didn't want to fit a cheap one. So I'm keeping whatever's in there for now. But yeah, before a big drive, why not? So I'm going to jump on that in a minute. And we're also going to service the transmission, which is a separate video entirely, but this thing is taking shape. And problem number 1. Seems to have developed an oil leak on driving. Or maybe a boost leak. Trying to work out where it's sort of sprayed from. Driving all this over this area somewhere and it seems like it's come up. So it could be from a boost pipe. So whatever retard was here before, there was no O-ring on the intake temperature sensor. So hopefully, problem solved. We'll find out, won't we? Friggin' thing.
Problem solved.
But then if all repairs are that easy on this thing, then that would be glorious. So as absolutely lovely as this thing is, there's one thing which makes me want to throw up on it. Blue, blue. Someone's changed it all to blue, which I detest. So I have, before even flying over here, I went on Powerful UK and I got a white set because I can't be doing with that blue set. Just no. So yeah, I'm going to jump for a minute and just install these ones because then I can drive it home without vomiting. So guess who's not trying to diagnose fibre optic most issues?
Me, I'm going to bed.
That light friggin' was it 11:30 now? I don't know what time it is.
11:30.
Ferry's booked for us in the morning, and we've got no audio, no cameras, no parking sensors, no Bluetooth, nothing. Range Rover life. So yeah, we're now diving through the control modules trying to find out what has failed. Right. So, quick bit of fault finding here. We had fibre optics here, but not here. Took more trim off, found that mod DAB module there, and unplugged it, and it was there. So I shone light through the fibre optics, and it come out here. Plugged it back in, had fibre optics here. Now, it works again. So something's dodgy around here, caused that to go down, whether it's power or fibre to a DAB module, has got an issue, but
A reset fixed it.
it's back on.
Did you do the power or the fibre?
Fibre.
Fibre.
Yeah.
So you didn't even reboot the module, just took
No,
the fibre out?
but unless there's a dodgy cable here,
Maybe.
or something like that, dodgy connection, which we'll reset connections in. Oh.
The camera's working?
Well, it should do now.
Which one's cameras?
This
one's camera. Would make sense. Yep.
Yeah,
that
camera's
one
back
doesn't
on.
work anyway, so
Oh, beautiful.
curb view.
That is
Yep.
almost,
working.
that is basically best case scenario. That is literally not far off it, is it? Short of that one module in the back.
Yep.
I've got like, well, now with your trips, I don't know how many hours travelling tomorrow now. Probably 15 hours of travelling tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, not all of it in the Range Rover, but yeah.
No,
2 on this side and about 7 or 8 on the other far side.
I can sleep now. Success.
Can I sleep now?
No. Usually, every time we're in here late
Yeah,
for your
it's
projects. So this time it gets to be my fault.
All fry.
That is decent. Whee. Premium style. So what have I done this time? I have branched out to a new level. I have been and bought a 2013 4.4 STB8 L405 autobiography in Havana bronze. So this is the nicest vehicle I have ever owned, by far. Also one of the lower mileage vehicles at 113,000 now. As you may have seen, a minute ago I had Chris in the video. So this vehicle actually come from Northern Ireland. Now, for those of you who know, I'm down in Cornwall. So I was trying to look local, and in the end I went for the opposite end of the UK. So Chris went and picked this up for me, had a look at it, and then I flew over and sort of road tripped it back. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever get away from L322s, but to be fair, I love them, absolutely love them to bits, but the problem for me on them is the rust, and it seems to be just an ever-evolving thing, but I don't get any better. And I kind of like the mod cons, so see, I had the 4.2 supercharged, I only sold it a week ago now. It was great, but it was only a temporary car. My favourite vehicle to date was still the 2011 4.4 TDV8. So I love that engine, love the vehicle, so I thought I'd try his big brother. Next one on. So there's a little rattle from something in air fan or something. Oh, don't know yet. With the more rare tan interior, with obviously the wood, of course. But being an autobiography, this thing is high spec. So full panoramic slide and tilt roof, 825 watt Meridian system, broken deployable side steps, rear entertainment, 4-zone climate, along with the rear media controls, the whole lot. Now there is also a massive list of things already broken on this vehicle, as to be expected. So I've already recorded some videos on servicing and videos on upgrades, and there will be repair videos coming on. Not keen on the wheels, not my biggest fan. I don't really like black wheels in cars, to be honest, and these also have been painted not greatly, and they have mismatching tyres, so I found another set of wheels that I prefer with matching tyres. So yeah, there's going to be plenty more coming on the channel for this vehicle. Loads. It's a Range Rover, isn't it? And what I like fixing apparently is Range Rovers. So yeah. So I'm rather looking forward to getting stuck into this one, see when I've got time. Yep, there's already a line of videos to edit on this, and there will be a bunch more. So with any luck, this will be the Range Rover that treats me the best. It's certainly the most expensive vehicle I've ever bought. The nicest vehicle I've ever bought. The smoothest, the most luxurious. We've got massage seats. Yeah, wish you luck. If you've got an L405 or want L405 content, there's plenty more coming. And sadly, the L322 content now is probably going to stop, because I don't really plan on buying any L322s unless I have a future little project. But this is now the new Range Rover for me. Plus obviously the classics, but they're still parked away, so we'll forget they exist for now. But yeah, welcome to the fleet, Range Rover number 8. Subscribe obviously for all the updates, repairs, upgrades and all that stuff on the Range Rover. Like the video if you like it, please don't dislike it because that's just rude. And yeah, drop me a comment, tell me what you think, and stick around. I've been Jordan. Cheers.